If you don't know me, my name is Lauren Giddins. I am the team lead for Sedgemoor Agents. So I team lead a team of 12 agents in Sedgemoor. We have, well actually I was thinking I'd go into it a little bit this morning and perhaps introduce you to some of the different types of agents that we have. We have got Lucy here from the Centre for Sustainable Energy. Good morning, Lucy, how are you? We've worked quite closely with the Centre for Sustainable Energy at our Talking Cafe events. So for those who don't know and haven't attended, we normally run a Talking Cafe event on a Thursday in Bridgwater. And the Centre for Sustainable Energy sometimes come along and speak to some of our clients and help them out with any issues that they might be having with energy. So it's fantastic to have you here this morning, Lucy. Thank you for joining us. So, as I was saying, lots of agents in Sedgemoor, and I thought it might be helpful to go into a little bit about who we are and what it is we get up to in Somerset. So, we work for a charity which is called the Community Council for Somerset. I will refer to it as CCS because otherwise it's a bit of a mouthful. So, when I say CCS, that's who I'm referring to. So, CCS are a leading local charity which works in the heart of Somerset's communities. We work in lots of different ways to inspire and enable positive change. And one of those schemes that CCS brings Somerset is the Village Agent scheme. So Village Agents, long before I joined the team, started up, I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago now, when the floods happened in Somerset. So floods happened, communities lost their homes, and people, you know, in absolute times of crisis. The role of a village agent was born out of that crisis to support our rural communities in Somerset. Now, over the last few years, that role has grown hugely, and we no longer only support the rural communities, we also support the towns, Taunton Deane itself, Bridgwater, Burnham-on-Sea, all those bigger towns, Yeovil, Chard. We are still out there in the rural villages as well, but our role is much changed compared to what it started out as. So we have a few different types of agents. We have village agents in their traditional role who support those villages and towns with any kind of social issues really. So a lot of our village agents take referrals directly from the GP practices throughout Somerset. So a GP may identify that one of their patients has not only a medical need, but they also have a social need. They might need support with housing, or they might need support with finances. They may need support with getting out to their communities a little bit more, making some friends and joining some groups, doing some activities that are beneficial for their health. So a village agent will take that referral from the GP and they will look into what community solutions are available in that town, and they will help the person access them. We are very lucky in Sedgemoor here that we have lots and lots of community solutions available to us. So we work with several social enterprises to bring people solutions to their problems. So a village agent, our capacity to work with a person is endless. Our issues that we work with are so different every single day. We were working very differently 8 weeks ago to what we are now. So we were out in the community, we were visiting people at home, we were running Talking Cafe events. Every single day in Somerset there was a Talking Cafe event which were really popular, really well attended by clients and other professionals. And we are really missing running those Talking Cafes, which is why we have decided to bring a virtual Talking Cafe to Facebook Live. So we have a village agents. Our village agents, like I say, they will take referrals from whether it's a GP surgery or a neighbour who is concerned about their neighbour living next door who hasn't kind of opened their curtains recently, or they haven't gone out, or they haven't seen them. They can make a referral. You can refer yourself into the village agent scheme. There are lots and lots of different ways to get the support of a village agent, and particularly now that we are working in a slightly different way and we're working from home, we have set up a really simple, really easy to use agent callback form. So what that is the person needing help or the professional seeking help for a client would fill in that form with the details of the person. We would then arrange for one of our agents to give that person a ring back, have a really lengthy conversation about what it is they might be struggling with, and then we will arrange to look at putting some solutions in place. So that agent callback form hopefully will be posted into the comments somewhere, but you can really easily find it on our website. It is in a very obvious box right at the top which says agent callback form, so you can find that there and you can request a callback for somebody to get some help. So there are village agents. We also have community agents in Sedgemoor and across Somerset. Now, our community agents work with adult social care, so they take referrals directly from social workers who, again, they are supporting someone with their needs, but they're also needing some more social support. So they might be, it might be somebody who has been discharged from hospital, needed a package of care, and also was feeling a bit lonely, kind of missed having some interaction, was no longer going to groups or clubs. Maybe that a community agent can support that person into finding a lunch club or a crafting group, art group, all those sorts of things. Here in Sedgemoor, we're very lucky to work very closely with Rusty Road to Recovery, who are a fantastic social enterprise. We link up lots of gentlemen and female who are interested in car restoration and tinkering using their hands. We would support them into accessing Rusty Road as a kind of community activity. That has obviously been so difficult since COVID because, of course, people are getting lonelier the longer they are staying at home. So we have tried to provide a little bit of support in a different way, in that we are linking people up with lots of different talk and support services, so that if nothing else, a lonely person has a phone call to look forward to. It's not enough, but it's, you know, current restrictions in place. It's as much as we can do. So our community agents, yes, as I say, working with adult social care, taking referrals directly from adult social care. Maybe that they are adult social care working with someone whose house needs some looking into, so they might need a fire safety check. We can arrange that. They might need a micro provider to come in and help clean or do the laundry, ironing, things like that. These are all solutions that our agents can look at putting into place for people. So we've got village and community agents. We also have a fantastic group of carers agents who support unpaid carers in Somerset. So they're a really special group of people who are looking after a loved one, a friend, might not necessarily want to identify as a carer, but they do have some caring responsibilities. So our carers agents can support those people with, again, their social needs, accessing the right services that they might need to get into. Sometimes it could be a bit of a minefield, knowing where to go to ask for support. So having those carers agents there to guide them is really helpful. Village community carers agents, we also have Home First agents who are working with the hospitals to support discharge teams to get people home safely. So it may be that someone is medically ready to leave hospital, but they have some social barriers in place, so they might not have any oil in their oil-filled boiler. They might not have a key safe on the door that would enable carers to be able to come and go to provide support. They are all solutions that our agents will look at putting into place. So, and then we have some other specialist agents. Christelle is our amazing Macmillan agent who supports people through their cancer journeys, and other roles like that. So lots and lots of agents out there across Somerset. As I mentioned earlier, our support has changed massively in the last 8 weeks. We have all been working from home, which is completely foreign to us agents. We're used to being out there. We're used to being able to sit with people and figure out what it is they need. So we have been providing all of that support remotely. Some of the big things, of course, have been helping people to access food and helping people to access medication. So in Sedgemoor, we have been particularly working with the pharmacies and volunteers to arrange medication pickups from the pharmacies in Sedgemoor. We coordinate that and work with a fantastic group of volunteers who will go and collect the medication for us. So if you're watching and you're thinking, I am struggling to get my medication, what can I do? I don't have any family to help. I can't go out myself. I'm still shielding. What do I do? Please let us know. Send one of our agents a message. Or send the Talking Cafe page a message, or use that agent callback form, and we will give you a ring and we will arrange for you to have some support with a volunteer collecting your medications for you. Same goes for food. If you are, 8 weeks in, starting to struggle with food because you can't get out to the shops and you're struggling to get a supermarket slot, or you're, not having a regular delivery of food, whatever it might be, please do give us a ring. There are lots and lots of solutions out there that we can put in place to support you with getting food. Give us a ring. As I say, that agent callback form, someone will ring you back within the next few hours, always the same day. We always get back to you the same day. We do work Monday to Friday with some coverage over the weekend to support those who might be struggling at the weekend, but we will always aim to get back to you as fast as possible. If the support isn't for yourself and it's for a loved one, a neighbour, please just ask for their consent to refer that person in to us, and we will of course try and do our best to help you. So I've talked a little bit about who CCS are and who all of our different agents are and the kind of support that we're giving in Sedgemoor. I have just seen Steve Ballinger join our group. Steve is one of our village agents who is linked to Highbridge Medical Centre. So he works closely with the medical team over there to support their patients with social needs. He has sent in some fantastic case studies this month for work that he has been doing during the COVID-19 pandemic, and I thought it might be interesting to just let you know what kind of work Steve has been up to. So if I look down here, my laptop's down here, so I'm just reading from it. So Steve came across a person who has severe COPD, extremely vulnerable, asked to shield during the pandemic. So the agent, which is Steve in this instance, asked whether the person had access to food and medication. They did, everything was sorted, they were okay. However, they did seem to be struggling a little bit with their breathing, they're not feeling quite themselves. They were really concerned about ringing the GP because they didn't know that the GPs were still out there working, which of course they are. They are not only doing COVID related work, they will support you with whatever your health need is. So Steve encouraged this person to make contact with a GP and get some support with their COPD, which they did. But during that phone call as well, and this is why I love this case study, the client mentioned that they were really anxious because their grass had grown so much that it was beginning to, become a real issue for them. They were worried about how they were going to cut it when they were allowed back out. They had no friends or family that could come and cut it for them. And it was just a really, source of anxiety. What Steve did is he arranged for a local volunteer in Bridgwater to, somebody that wasn't shielding, had no health issues, safely, within restrictions and all of that sort of thing, go to this lady's house and cut her grass for her. Took a matter of half an hour, made a massive difference to this client's well-being. She was no longer anxious about the state of her grass, She was able to look out of her window with pleasure again, looking at her garden. And I just thought that was an absolutely fantastic success story and really highlights what we can do as an agent. It's not, it doesn't always have to be complex, big issues. It is just those simple things that are bothering you, having a negative impact on your well-being. Please do pick up the phone, let us know, send us a message, use that agent callback form. We can do our best to support you. We have lots and lots of community solutions available to us. The volunteers in Sedgemoor, and I know across Somerset, have been absolutely fantastic at supporting people who need help. So please do, if you are watching this either live or on repeat and you're thinking I need help, or a friend needs help, or I live in Australia but my mum lives in Bridgwater and I know she's really struggling, let us know, we can help. So I have just seen a question there from Trinity saying, my government box didn't turn up for the last 2 weeks, what can I do? So I assume, Trinity, you're talking about what has been hailed as the Boris box. That is the government supplied food box that is being delivered to people who are shielding and unable to get food in other ways. Trinity, if you could please message, I can see Rachel Hilton, village agent, above you. You could always send Rachel a message. She is one of our fantastic village agents in Bridgewater. Or use that agent callback form to put your details in and we can give you a ring. We don't have an easy answer to helping with the food boxes that the government are issued, because it is at a much higher level than we're working locally, but we do have other solutions that we can put into place whilst you wait for the government food box to hopefully come. We can contact them, we can, you know, absolutely try and support you with getting that Boris box back again. But there are lots of other solutions that we can put into place in the meantime to make sure that you're not without food. There is absolutely no need for anybody in Somerset to be going hungry. We have lots and lots of options available to us to get food to those people who need it. We just have to know who you are and who needs help, and then we can get that help to you. So if anybody else is out there and is watching, I'm just going to stroll through the comments to make sure I haven't missed anybody else who needs help. If there are anybody out there who is watching this and is thinking, I really need help, please don't post your personal information in the comments, because everybody will be able to see it. But if you could message one of our agents, the Talking Cafe page, or fill in an agent callback form, we will get back to you with support. If there are any other professionals out there who are watching, please say hello, because it would be lovely to know that you're out there and watching. It may be that in the future, if these talking cafes go well, that we could link up perhaps with some of the professionals watching, so that if people have got dedicated advice that they need about a specific issue, such as housing, if we've got any colleagues in housing lurking in the comments, you could let us know and you could help us answer those questions that we might not have the answers to, but we will always find out the answers. It's what we're good at, us agents. Might not always know the answers, but we will always find out. So any other questions that people want to ask about the support we've been giving, really? Hello Lisa. Lisa's just joined us. Lisa is one of our very special community agents in Sedgemoor. She is working with the mental health social care team, or will be once COVID has calmed down a little, to provide some social support for people with mental health needs who are already supported by adult social care, but might need a little bit more support in the community. So Christy is our lovely lead in West Somerset, and she has just reminded me to talk about how the Talking Cafe's live sessions are going to work next week. So today was a bit of a launch, a bit of a let's figure out if this works, if people enjoy it. Is the internet going to work? Not in my case. So from next week, from Monday, each day at 11 AM, a locality in Somerset will take turns each day to run a Facebook Live event. So you can join us any day at 11 AM. Though it might be a specific locality that day, the advice that they are giving will be very general to Somerset. So join us on any day, engage in the comments, have a chat, let us know what you're struggling with, let us know what the current issues are in the community, what we might be able to support with. And again, we'll do our best to support. So that's every single day next week, and for as long as we are remotely working, we will be live on Facebook at 11 AM. I'm sure somebody in the comments will be able to remind me which locality is which day, because I haven't got it up, but yeah, each locality each day. Any other questions that you might want to ask about village agents or what it is we're up to? I have got another case study here, which again I think is a fantastic piece of work that has happened since we've been locked down. Jo Pennell is one of our fantastic community agent team. She lives out sort of Cannington way, so a bit more rural Somerset. So she has done a really fantastic job of working with the local churches and the community groups to provide those rural villages some support. So Jo was made aware of a client, husband and wife, both had coronavirus, were in hospital, tested positive. Wife came home, Husband, who is normally a full-time carer, didn't come home and was not very well at all. So husband remained in hospital in ICU, which left wife at home recovering from the coronavirus, feeling pretty rubbish, to be honest, and she needed a lot of extra support. Jo put that support into place. She made sure that there was regular food being delivered, regular medications being delivered. She made sure that the lady had access to healthcare if she needed it, that she understood that she could absolutely ring the doctors. It was a really simple thing, and again, this is why I love this case study. From a safe distance, this is, with full PPE, very safely done. Jo had to actually go around to the client's house and open all the jars and the squash bottles and the cans of dog food, because this client had MS, so she couldn't do any of those simple sort of hand coordinated tasks. So Jo would pop round once a week, keeping distance, and just open those things just whilst she was recovering to support her. Linked her up with the local vicar so that she's got some community support. And the most important thing, she provided comfort and reassurance, which is what a lot of people need at the moment. They might not necessarily have a social need, but they might just be feeling worried and anxious. And if that sounds like you, please do give us a ring. We're more than happy to give you a ring. Have a chat. If it's what helps, we can do that anytime. So we've got Helen from SWT. Great to have you here, Helen. Lots and lots of people have put in the comments for me who is going to be doing the locality live Talking Cafe events from next week. So on Monday you can join the West Somerset team. On a Tuesday you can join the Taunton team. Wednesday Mendip will be hosting the Talking Cafe live. Thursday you'll be back with Sedgemoor. And Friday you'll be with South Somerset team. So I've seen another really good questionnaire from Trinity. She is saying, how do I protect myself if partner is showing symptoms? So there is some really good advice on the government website about that. I will, after I finish this live, Trinity, I'll make sure I get that information to you. It's, I believe, doing things like making sure you're sleeping in different beds, using separate towels, keeping your distance at all times in the house where possible, using different bathrooms if you have two available to you. But as I say, I will make sure that I get that government advice to you, Trinity, so that you can have a look and see what it is you can do to protect yourself if your partner is showing symptoms. I hope that your partner is well and, you know, not struggling with, if he does have the coronavirus, I hope that he recovers really quickly. Please don't forget to ring 111 if you are concerned about anybody who is showing symptoms of the coronavirus. So I'm not sure how long I have been waffling for, really, probably about 25 minutes or so. So I will wrap up very shortly and let you get on with your day. The sun's shining again, so hopefully those of you that are able to still have some daily exercise can get out and enjoy a short walk this afternoon. For those of you who are shielding and are stuck at home, if you're feeling a bit rubbish and you need someone to talk to, please do let us know. Use that agent callback form, message an agent, message a Talking Cafe page. We have lots of agents ready to give you a ring this afternoon. As I said earlier, nobody needs to be going hungry, feeling sad, feeling lonely, struggling, anxious. Nobody needs to feel like that. We have lots of options to support you, so please do just let us know what it is you need. From next week, our live events will be going every single day at 11 o'clock. If you have any questions that you would like to ask privately, but that we could answer publicly, keeping you anonymous, keeping the answer very general, then please do send a message to the Talking Cafe page and we will make sure those questions are answered during that live session. Anything else before I say goodbye for the day? Is there any questions that you would like to ask about support that we can give, about the work that we do as agents? We would love it if any professionals are here and might join us. I think, and I am just going to have a fiddle so I can see viewers. I was wondering if anybody is a pro at Facebook Live and could tell us if I can add another person into this live session, so that potentially we could perhaps add a professional in to give us some advice if it was you know, a housing question or anything like that, or if it was a Centre for Sustainable Energy question, if someone's struggling to pay their heating bills and things like that at the moment, then it would be great if we could add someone in. Alzheimer's Society, absolutely. If Alzheimer's Society are out there and would like to join in on our conversation, we work very closely with Paul King in Sedgemoor. So let us know, is there any suggestions for how we might be able to run these sessions or improve these sessions in the future? If you want to send us a message, these comments are probably going to be disabled after the live event has finished, so that people don't ask us for help on an old video. We want to keep kind of the most recent requests for help bumped up as much as possible. So I would ask, if you do have any suggestions of how we can improve these sessions, please do send the Talking Cafe Facebook page a message, and we will try and get that sorted for you. So it has been really lovely to virtually talk to you all. There's been about 55 people on, which is absolutely fantastic. It's really great to know that we can reach people even whilst we're stuck at home. Marilyn, you did ask a question. I'm going to scroll up and see if I can find it. If you could post it again, that would probably help. Oh, Marilyn, is this chat on view to all our friends list on Facebook? Yes, so this is a public chat. So if you do have a personal question that you want to ask or you want to request support, please send a message, a private message, to the Talking Cafe Facebook page, and one of our agents will get back to you. And the last thing before I go, which may give you a little bit more insight into the way that we've been working, is we have created a short YouTube video that some of our agents have been you know, showing the way that they've been working during the pandemic. So if you, I'm sure somebody will be quick to post the YouTube video link in the comments, but if you go to YouTube, you'll be able to find the video by searching Community Council for Somerset. So you can watch that video, let us know what you think, let us know if it's helpful to have a little bit more publications about what it is we do, because a village agent is such a unique role. It's, you know, unless you've been lucky enough to come into contact with one of our agents, you're probably thinking, what on earth is a village agent and what on earth do they get up to? So that YouTube video is just a really short 3-minute way of showing you who we are, what we're up to, and how we can help. So thank you for your lovely comments, Nicola. It's great to know that we are helping people. I don't have any of the official statistics ready to go, but you can, you know, they're posted on our Facebook page. We have helped a huge amount of people in Somerset, and it's just fantastic to know that we have been able to make a difference. And we will continue to do so. So that YouTube link has just been put up by Somerset Carers Service, who is our, you know, our carers side of our service, if you like. If there are any carers who are out there watching and they feel like they need some support, again, please do get in touch. Send Lucy for a virtual phone call. She'll have a nice chat with you. So I think I will sign off, but it has been really lovely to talk to you all. I will see you again next Thursday. In the meantime, if you've got any questions, please do send the Talking Cafe page your questions and we'll get them answered. I'm just going to check, no more missing. I think I've covered it all. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been great to talk to you all. Bye bye.